You're listening to TalkTainmentRadio.com.
The views and opinions expressed are those of the host and guest and not necessarily those of TalkTainmentRadio.com, the management, the staff, or K&E World Network, LLC.
Hello, how you doing? This is Talktainment Radio, and you're listening to Stairway To Heaven. The song that you're listening to, Standing in the Need, it's a good song because we are standing in need. To my good friend, Deacon Joseph Woods Jr., my shout outs to him. Hey, bro, this is your brother telling you, hey, get strong, trust in God, and as I told you before on the phone, God got a lot of music for you and I to get out there. So get strong so we can come back and do this song, Standing in the Need of Prayer. Also, my heart and condolences go out to Howard Rowley. His show was called King's Highway of WCBC in Cincinnati, Ohio. I had to go out to Minister Rowley and his family and Core Lab. And also, especially, very very shout out to the Keys of Harmony. And hopefully that after Joe gets better, we're looking forward to getting back together. I'll let you know when the Keys get back together and everything. My topic tonight is the new Sodom and Gomorrah. This thought came to me after listening to a lot of news. And I saw some things that I seen and heard on video. This reason why I'm saying this because I got a lot. It's kind of upset me a little bit, but I'm all right with it. But it can upset me just a little bit. People, we have forgotten where we all come from. We've forgotten how we got where we were. Things done got to the point where we just don't care anymore. We showing everything and every other thing everything is coming out the closet. Let me put it that way. It just coming out the closet. People had forgotten respect for family members and forgotten respect for older people, teenagers, and got wild. So I'm calling this topic today the new modern Sodom and Gomorrah. The new modern Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm not talking about the old one. We know what happened in the old one, but we got a new one now. Let me say this. Also, like to say, I don't want to forget them. The West family also. I don't want to say that. What I'm saying is that many of us forgot a lot of things. After all we've been through, we just forget. We have a messenger, and it's telling everybody. Everybody is warning us what's going to happen. And this messenger is, she's telling everything that what might happen, what will happen. But now, since the things have changed, we don't know who's who anymore. We don't know who's here and who's there, and who to trust. We got so weak that whoever somebody said, I got this way and this day, you follow for it, and we listen to it. But still, this is how Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed, because everybody was doing their own thing and paying no attention to their warning. There was a warning, but there was no paying attention to it. This is just like, as I said, this person is just like an angel And they tell us every day, look out. So what you're about to do is destroy your own world. I mean, it's all over everywhere. I looked at stuff and on newsreels, put it that way, where I've seen where a young man was on the street preaching. He got stabbed, got killed. Then there's another thing that we got so-called leaders are fighting against each other. Especially one, he's putting everybody on Front Street. But this is like a thing of who's who and who's ain't. The Antichrist is coming. They're out. And they're going to come and turn everything the way that they want to be turned to. And when they do that, you best believe it's going to be hard for us to be in peace. Because we got so many of them. We got some, whether believe it or not, we got some in our church. And we got some Jezebels in our church also. And they are everywhere. And they're not just on the outside, they're on the inside too. They have a way of mixing in with the people. They have a way of getting friendly with the people. Also, there are con games that's just going on. It's going on and on and on. People know how to con your living, honest living. And we listen to this. Anybody, we got people that say, send me this and that and the other. And some of us will send it to them. And not knowing what you sent it for. No, I'm not mentioning no names or anything like that. I'm just going to tell it straightforward, straight blank. All the things that I've heard and seen is really, really ridiculous. We done lost what we put down here. The Father God has put us down here to love one another and follow His commandments. I know some of us will and some of us won't. And when that happens, we got true followers and we got make-believe followers. Break it down to one. We have jealous people, blasphemers, lovers of ourselves. We have men and women, men trying to be women, women trying to be men. And the list goes on and on and on. There is no true love. There's true love and there's untrue love. Let me put it this way. We have people that are imitation people. I call them imitation man, imitation woman. And anytime this goes on, you're wondering how in the world, and our children see this, and they see this and they see this. And next thing you know, that's the way it goes. They even teaching this in schools. They're even showing schools. I heard they was teaching this in schools. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that it was teaching in some of the schools. It's hard. It's bad when you grow up with mommy and daddy, and then you go out, leave home, and you see Sally and I'll say George and George. Put it that way. And you be wondering why. What's this going on? Why is this? Because they feel, well, this is something we do. We've been in our closet too long. Let's bring it out. But you got innocent people out there watching you doing this and don't care. This is another reason part of Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, another thing is, we are killing each other. Bible says thou shalt not kill. But we are killing. I'm not killing. We're killing each other through talking, doing other things, fighting among ourselves, and forgetting about who to respect. It comes to the point that when our children walk out that door, our teenage children walk out the door, and they go to a friend's house or go to a party's house, hopefully that they will return back home safe and sound. Looking forward to them to come back safe and sound. We can be at home tonight or be home enjoying watching the television or enjoying our usually thing that we love to do, and get a knock on the door and say, Miss So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so, we just arrested your son or your daughter, or we just found your daughter and son laying in the streets. That's really hard, because right now everybody is glamorized and prettyizing everybody to do what they want to do. And when this happens, we don't even care about this and that and the other. Another thing is that when we go together, we out together, you hear people crying the blues. And when you're crying the blues and they're crying the blues about this, that, and the other, and you don't want it to happen, you are seeing it happen. I heard people say today that when Solomon and Gomorrah was together, they was acting like nobody's business. When the two angels came to the gate to Lot met them. And the people came knocking on Lot's door. And they asked Lot told him, say, no, don't bother this man. Now, he offered the daughters, but they didn't want the daughters. They wanted the beautiful angels. And quite naturally, you know, when somebody's in that caliber, they want that angel. And they want that person. And it's a shame that you see people dressed up like people and don't want to do anything about it. Another thing is that when we do things like that does happen, we don't understand that the Lord is watching this, and He's watching this all the time. When things happen like that, we cannot even think what's going on, but you shouldn't know what's going on. We cannot let people distract us any way or any other way because people do distract us any other way. Going back to what I was saying, when the two angels came to where Lot was, to Sodom, there were the other guys. There were guys saw them, and one of the men, they gave in one of them. But Lot tried to tell them, no, you cannot touch these guys. I'll send you one of my daughters out there. But they didn't want the daughter, they wanted the men. This is what happened now. This is happening right now because from all the things that I see today, it's ridiculous. You wouldn't want your son walking out of here dressed up as a woman or a girl, and he comes along and say, "Mom, this is my friend," and they both walking down out the door holding hands. You don't want your daughter being her friend, found her trying to be mad. This is what I call imitation man, imitation woman. Somebody that you can't understand. Why should a person like that know it's all in my mind, or I was born that way? No, you weren't. We were all put here. God put us here as we were. Another thing is, you got Sex changes. People changing, trying to be men. Men wants to be changed to a woman. A woman wants to be changed to a man. That's another Sodom and Gomorrah thing. And what's going to happen is this whole world is going to be destroyed. The whole world is going to be destroyed, or the city is going to be destroyed, because you are so thick-headed and seeing all this glamour and glorious that you forgot. You really forgot. You forgot about who you were. But for what you did, you left your position, who you really are, to go to the glamour where it is. I know a few friends that I know had changed, turned over. And I haven't seen them in so many years. I haven't seen them about 4 or 5 years. And next thing I know, I see them that cross that line. How would you, it's bad though, it's bad. It's really bad. Getting off of that. Now, you got 10-year-old, you got young ladies not dressing like ladies, they're dressing like Jezebels. Let's put it that way. The way the clothes that these young ladies wear now are not respectable, and some is unrespectable. It's come to the point where you go to church now, it's better than dressing decent. Some of them come there dressed like we're going to nightclubs. And that's what you mostly see. People at night going to nightclubs. Another thing is that to the point that some, about some, there's a song out that a flute artist came out. He said that he wasn't going to do this no more. He got to stop his cheating habits. But at the end of the song, he asked the sister, say, well, give me your phone number and I'll give you mine. And that's you can't stop your cheating habits. Your cheating habits gonna keep going on and on and on. There all is some type of cheating in us at one time. Getting back to the fact that wives cheat on husbands, husbands cheating on wives. And that's a big commotion. We got more divorces popping up, more divorces than we have marriage. A lot of people are not thinking about getting married anymore. A lot of them thinking about staying together, living together. Well, some do it and see how things go right before they tie that knot. And some just do it, keep going on and on and on. Don't want to get married. And then you got in some people watching that. Well, this is the way it is. And then when something happens, when you get at your son about something you do, first thing they come out there, well, Mama, you and him, I saw you do it, I can do it too. This is where you lose this respect. We got to go back to the old ways. Teach us how to be respectful. We got to go back to the old ways, how to learn to love one another. We got to show love for everybody, regardless who they are. Our senior citizens got to the point that we have to look out for where we walking and who we talking to, because somebody always gonna come along and pull a string saying, know that we get it. I see during around the first part of the month, and everybody getting their retirements and everything, we got a lot of beggars. I call them panhandlers. And they seem to know who's got what. They walk up to a senior person, not that's halfway there, is trying to get them on the king or with a purse, they'll snatch their purse, or they'll go up there and tell them a sad story. And they fall for it and say, well, hey, we'll fall. They give you a couple, but at the same time, you're giving them like $5 or $1 or $2. They looking in your purse and see what you got. And once you get them, they go around the corner. They got some buddies around the corner and say, hey, this person got a lot of money. Let's get him. And you can be walking down the street going where you're going, and they snatch your purse and they gone. This is bad. But see, we understand, but people don't understand this is what this world is turning into. Our teachers in schools are scared to teach classes without one of the students getting mad, bringing the gun, or jumping up and knocking them out. Parents done got scared of their parents, of their children, because society has took the authority away from them. And if they chastise a child, he's going to jump on the phone and call 911. And the cell phones that we have, it's good to have them, but what they do, they jump on the phone, they be on all night all long, but still half of them can't get done what's going on in school, or some of them don't even get to do their homework. So we have to break this cycle. We have to take Sodom and Gomorrah City, the new Sodom and Gomorrah, put it back where it belongs, and come back and grow up and be strong. We have to go back to what we were brought to. We have to go back and learn who taught us. Because the way we keep going now, this whole town might get destroyed. And I'm not talking about wars or anything. I'm talking about up above. Because God is looking down on us, and he's getting tired every day. I know he show us love, but it's going to be a point where he's going to just destroy everything. Because he say, if my people will turn from their wicked ways and call my name, I will heal the land. And some of you are not paying no attention. Getting back to the angel that's teaching this, preaching this, and telling us, look out. We got to stop people. We got to learn people. We got to be careful who we listening to, because they got their own little demons, or their little army is sitting in the closet waiting. And she also telling them, look out, because once it's over with and that army lets loose, you won't be able to do what you want to do. You won't be able to walk in the church and sit and enjoy yourself, because they might pop up in church. It's to make sure you're teaching the right thing. There's times where they might just walk in there and take over the church and say, I don't want you to teach this, I want you to teach this here. And some of them may not be right. And some of them isn't right. So we have to learn to love each other. We got to give yourself respect to each other. And we got to show a lot of love for each other. All right. Now, for his announcements, let me say this for announcements. It's talktainmentradio.com. The way radio should be heard, and you listen to Stairway to Heaven with your host, Dr. Bass Claude Smith. People, that's why I always say, the mind is nothing but a garden. What you put in it grows. And a lot of stuff is growing in our mind that shouldn't be there. There's jealousy, disrespect for one another, and no love for one another. It's all going out. The respect, love, and the friendliness is gone. And there's just a few of us trying to keep it there, and a few of us trying to show the love for each other, because once that's gone and the enemy comes in and take over, which is halfway there, we ain't going to be able to do it. We won't be able to show love. It's going to be always pushing somebody down and kicking you to the curb. There's so much stuff, crime going on, and so much shooting, crying, and domestic violence going on. It stinks. Rape is growing. Murder is growing. Mostly murder is getting higher than the other crimes. But we got to learn to love each other. And I like to say, if you enjoy what we teach here, and you enjoy the music that we teach here, call us at 614-817-5588. That's 614-817-5588. And we'll be glad to try to answer the questions. If you like the music that we play sometime, give us a call and we see what we can, let us know which one you like. See how I try to get a copy of it. Getting back to my announcer, like I said, Keys of Harmony are still together. And we just got looking out for prayer for Joe Woods and family. Hopefully, Joe, as I said before earlier in the show, I want you to get strong, Doc. Get strong, brother, because God got a lot of music for you and I to put out. So get strong. And Keys, once we get together, we got a lot of music we got to put out and sing, because I know we all waiting. Also, my condolences go out to Howard Rowley. Minister Howard Rowley just passed away in Cincinnati, Ohio. He was the one that he was a manager of Cincinnati's own Christianaires out of Cincinnati, and the lead singer. I talked to one of the former members. He's trying to get all the old Christianaires out that was with the group to go to come to the funeral. Hopefully they will be sending me some of the songs that they recorded. And soon he get that all together, he's going to send me those recordings of the Christianaires out of Cincinnati. There's not Paul Porter, but there's a lot of Christianaires. And this group was called the Christianaires out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And he will be sending me some stuff for them that they recorded. I was part of that group before I moved to Texas, and they were a pretty good group. But Howard Rowley retired, left. He went to the radio and started having this show called The King's Highway. And after that, just found out he had gotten real sick and he had passed. Last time I seen him was about 3 years ago. And I went down to Cincinnati to visit my son, and I stopped over to the station and hollered at him. We had a good time. We talked. But my condolences goes to him and his family. And my prayers and heart goes out to Deacon Joe Woods and family. And Praise Temple also. I give you a shout out too. And speaking of Praise Temple, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let it be a surprise to you. Okay? I'll let it be that be a surprise to you for them. All y'all good people out there, just keep your hands in God's hand. And remember, God loves you, and he will always love you. But, we got to stop letting Solomon and Gomorrah grow. Because if we keep growing, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And we can't let that happen. We got to grab our children, show them some love, show them respect, and show them how to love other people. We got to show them how to respect each other, how to dress properly. Stop listening to all this garbage that's going on, because most of it's garbage that they hear now, and I hear it every day. As I drive in my car, I hear it every day. The language, the vulgar language that they be talking through that music is worse than it's like a sick cow trying to cross the river and can't make it. And when you listen to all this ugly music they got out that they sing, it affects the child's mind, and it grows and grows. And you can't even tell them recite the Bible. You tell them, give them a verse of the Bible, they wouldn't know it, because some of the parents didn't take time to show them. They probably know it, but I say no. They're gonna listen what this artist say. I remember at the store one time, and I pulled up, got ready to leave, and this record was on, had some vulgar words, real bad words. I guess the child was no more, about maybe 8 or 9 or 10, and she knew every word that song said, every curse word, every phrase, every minute, and this and that and the other. But the mother was right there. I guess she let her listen to it. I know another time this young man was listening to all the old music, the stuff like that. His mother heard him play. She said, "No, that's too young for you. Listen to this." But maybe he heard it, probably turned back to what he liked. We can't let our children hear what the real thing is. Let them hear other music, because what they listen to now ain't the thing. Because the music that they hear came from us older people, way back for our time. There was music, and it was beautiful music. It was very respectful. But what they putting out now ain't respectful. Hey, this is Dr. Bass Claude Smith to all my YouTube friends. Remember this, the mind is nothing but the garden, and I see you next time.